Understanding the legislative process means a stronger and more organized grassroots base of advocates. This short video aims to help you to better understand how a bill becomes a law, and more importantly, where you and your network fit into that process. Having a better understanding will result in a less intimidating process and potentially reduce any frustrations while advocating for a bill to become law. Let's get started. Before we go right into how a bill becomes a law, it's important you do some basic research prior to your efforts that will allow you to be prepared, knowledgeable, and confident while engaging individuals and organizations to advocate with you. Here's a quick checklist that will make each step more manageable for you and others you are working with. Research who your personal state legislators are and any legislative champions around the issue you are working on. This will help identify a co-sponsor for your bill. Research when your state legislature is in session. Each state is different in what time of year they're in session. Familiarize yourself with what days of the week your legislators are in the Capitol as well. Research if the bill you are advocating for already exists or needs to be written. Each state has a list of bills on the official legislative website that can be searched using keywords for past legislative sessions. If you get stuck here, you can always call your elected official's office. Staff members may be able to assist you. If the bill you're working on does not exist in your state yet, the Recovery Advocacy Project has built a model state legislation page at www.recoveryvoices.com that could potentially help the drafters of the bill. Research the key committees and chairpersons of those committees that the bill may end up in. Laws impacting our community may be in public health, budget, or health committees depending on the issue. Create a list of potential barriers to your bill. It will be helpful to anticipate any messaging against your bill. Try to anticipate any opposition, like cost of implementing the law, that could come up. Create a list of why the bill is important to you and others. This could help in developing compelling testimonies and understanding what inspires others to work on this issue. Research to identify and build a core grassroots campaign for your issue. You are not alone in this work. Nonprofit organizations and advocacy groups in your state may be working on the same or similar issues. Spend some time researching potential partners. Each state has a Recovery Advocacy Project organizing team to guide you. They are here to help. Once you have done a little background work, refer to this step-by-step video to move forward in the process. Step 1. Bill gets drafted. All bills start with an idea. It's important to understand this idea can come right from you. Imagine the impact of that great idea in your head turning into state law that can help the recovery community all across the state for years to come. Policy ideas can also originate from state legislators, your governor's office, outside groups, or even a response to stories in the media. When it comes to actually drafting the bill, you may find it easier to work with your own elected official and their staff, legislative champions, or a local organization coalition, but all will likely end up working with the State Office of Legislative Services. Many states have an Office of Legislative Services, OLS, that helps to draft language for a bill. If you are starting from scratch in drafting, it will be worth contacting your state OLS to get pointed in the right direction. Search online to find your state OLS. As a reminder, explore the model legislation page at recoveryvoices.com to get some ideas on language to bring to the table. Step 2. Finding a bill sponsor. Your bill may already have a sponsor if it was introduced in past sessions. If your bill is beginning from scratch, you will need to find a prime sponsor. Most bills begin with your state representative, assembly, house, and move to the state senate. Only members of the state legislature can introduce the bill. You can ask your own elected official to be that sponsor. Pick up that phone and contact their office to share your idea and see if they will work with you on the bill and become the sponsor. If they will not work with you, identify a legislative champion on the topic you're advocating for and reach out to them. Things to keep in mind when determining who to ask to sponsor your bill may include political party, as it may be easier having a sponsor of the bill that is currently in the majority, strength and urgency of the issue, and what committees they sit on. The bill sponsor can also assist you in getting co-sponsors. Your role here is to develop a strategy in encouraging the best support from other co-sponsors. Determine if it will help if the bill is bipartisan. You can ask organizations and other advocates to contact those potential co-sponsors if they have existing relationships with elected officials. Step 3. Introduction of bill. Only members of the state legislature can introduce the bill. The bill sponsor will make that introduction to the chamber. This is when the bill is assigned a number, some are pre-filed, has a first reading, and is assigned to a committee by the majority party leader. There is no specific role as an advocate here because only members of the legislature can introduce the bill. Step 4. Committee consideration and action. The committee process is where most bills get stuck, so your work as an advocate here is crucial. The committee can make amendments, set the bill aside without a consideration, or vote on the bill to go to the entire legislature with or without a recommendation, or vote on it to be passed to another committee. Your role as an advocate here is to work with the sponsor, chairpersons, and committee members to encourage a vote. Work with the sponsor and chairpersons to let you know when there will be a hearing on the bill so you and others can testify. It will help if you collect written testimonies to submit in the event your bill gets a scheduled hearing. Please have your allies review How to give effective public testimony. It's in the advocacy guide at recoveryvoices.com. The goal here is to get a majority favorable vote out of committee and send the bill to the entire chamber to consider a vote. Step 5. Floor action. Once the bill is out of committee, it will get a second reading. The bill will get a date to be debated and the entire chamber debates the bill and can make amendments. Your role here as an advocate is to encourage organizations and your supporters to contact their legislators and encourage support of the bill prior to the debate. The bill will then be scheduled for a vote where it will have a third reading. If a majority of the votes are in favor of the bill, it goes to the state Senate, where a companion bill will be introduced. Step 6. Senate Companion Bill. Work with the sponsor of the bill to secure Senate sponsors on the companion bill. They will have recommendations for you on who some ideal sponsors would be. The role of the advocate here is similar to the support generated in the first chamber through advocates continuing to contact their elected officials in the state Senate. Step 7. Introduced in second chamber, Senate. A senator, sponsor, introduces the companion bill which is sent to a committee and goes through the same process it did in the other chamber. The role of advocates here is the same as it was for the other chamber in terms of testifying in front of committee to support your bill, where it will then stall in committee, be voted out of committee, it can be amended, and on for the vote to the entire Senate where the majority leader will call for the Senate to consider the bill. If a majority vote in favor of the bill, it goes back to the original chamber. Step 8. Conference Committee. If there are differences in the bills due to amendments made, the bill goes into Conference Committee of elected officials from both chambers to compromise on the language differences, and that bill is sent to each chamber for approval. Step 9. Governor's Action. In this last step, the governor can take one of 4 actions. The timing for a governor to take an action on a bill differs for each state, so you will need to research the deadlines for your state. Sign the bill into law, pass it into law, veto the bill entirely, reject it, line item veto, veto parts of the bill, pocket veto, takes no action and effectively delays the bill until it is too late to be dealt with during that legislative session. If the bill is vetoed by the governor, you can still take action. The veto can be overridden by the legislature with a 2/3 majority of each legislative chamber to become law. The role of the advocates here is to make phone calls to the governor's office or letter-writing email campaigns. The more contact to the governor's office in this time frame, the better. It's a chance to show that there is constituent support. Use social media and existing organizations in your state to encourage calls. Social change comes from the combination of a good idea, policy, working with elected officials getting behind that idea, and the collective grassroots push behind that idea. If you ever feel stuck in this process, chances are you're missing one or more of these aspects of social change. We want to remind you to stay focused and empowered throughout the process. Please reach out to other advocates and organizations and build a base both for moral support and consistent encouragement. The road to a legislative victory can be long, but when the bill gets signed into law, it is absolutely worth the effort you put into it.